All right. Hey guys, welcome to a new type of video that I'm going to be doing here called Deck versus Deck. And so this was inspired by Gozmaster's Discord channel where we've been talking about Chandra Dress to Kill lately. And this is my version of a Training Grounds deck that I like to use. And I think it's got a good mix of getting things set up fast and getting rid of any threats that will prevent you from winning. So um, it's a little more defensive than Gozmaster's deck, which I will also showcase in this video. So the idea is really to get Meeting of the Five out, Mox Ruby into Meeting of the Five, and then you get Lord Xander and Zayator's Envoy on the board, which will then help you cast all the rest of your cards. Then, of course, if you can get Mox Ruby to Velomachus and then Meeting of the Five, that's another route to take with this deck. So a lot of the pieces go together. Awaken the Blood Avatar, Magma Opus, those cards also come in handy to remove any threats that are on the board that'll keep you from winning quickly. So without further ado, let's get into this deck so I could show you how it goes. All right, so I don't necessarily need to go use a build for her abilities. I think her first one is her best utility one. I know some people like to build for her third, but I personally like to use her as sort of a Koth with more options. So her mana gains on red are really solid, so you don't have to worry about that. Um, Usually when I have a Meeting of the Five that's ready to cast, let me see if I have enough. She get nice. Okay, so it's only going to give me one mana. So um, let's see. I will see if I can get any sort of cascade happening. Don't see anything really. No, I don't really see anything on the board that I really like, so I'll go for that. Okay, there's a green, which will give me 6 mana. So when I have a Meeting of the Five ready to cast, I'll make room in my hand for the other cards in my library that Meeting of the Five will grab for me. So in this case, I have 2 tricolor cards. So in my library, so I made room so that I have those 2 that it will grab. So is that Zaitor's Envoy. I usually make him lose Blitz because functionally I like the ability to keep grabbing cards turn after turn instead. So we get another Meeting of the Five and a Mox Ruby to go along with it. So depending on where that Ruby ends up on the board, is there anything that will trigger its mana field? Not that I see. But we do have a Magma Opus happening here, which will help us. I don't see anything I really want. I will make room for Envoy to grab something. There we go. Okay, so that will end up doing fine. Got rid of that Biting Palm Ninja, which could get really annoying. Meeting of the Five. I'll wait on the Gambit. Bombardment. Very cool. Okay, so now with Arcane Bombardment, best thing you could do is save a spell in your hand for after Arcane Bombardment gets on the board. So we'll do that. Mox Ruby, got a mana field match there. So that helps. So cool. Got our Alchemist Gambit happening. Velomachus. All right. So when I cast a spell card, exile a random spell card from your graveyard, and then create copy of X spells, random from your exile to your hand. So we can do that now. And I could go for that red match, but I want more shields on Arcane Bombardment, so I'll save it. Okay. Well, it looks like her Arcane Bombardment level thing doesn't trigger until next turn, which is unfortunate, but fine. We're almost done with this match. So I tend to forget to use her abilities. There we go. Awaken the Blood Avatar will win the game for us. So I'll actually wait. I want to see what happens. What Arcane Bombardment will give us. Magma Opus, Exile. Okay. It's purely for fun. What do we get with Arcane Bombardment? Okay, well, with her passive ability, we won anyway. So we didn't even get to see what happens there. So that's fun. I'll do one more battle with this deck to show you how consistent it can be. Okay, here we go. Can we outrun a raw wizard class deck? Let's see. I don't know if I've run into any yet. With this deck, so we'll see. Okay, Blood Avatar. Flame. Okay, and we can trigger our Arcane Bombardment. So let's see what we end up getting here. Get another Rite of Flame and a Alchemist Gambit. So nothing in our hand yet. Nice thing about Xander is he helps keep the opposing board clear. Okay. Make that match, get a ruby down. Okay, Envoy. Like having him around. He can lose Blitz. Okay, Hellkite, which means this is going to be a wizard class deck. But we have a Blood Avatar to at least get rid of his Hellkite, so he doesn't do too much damage to us yet. Yeah, I'll get Velomachus on the board. Alchemist Gambit. Next or swap. Get another Xander down. Keep his hand clear for us to keep him from putting out wizard class. And yeah, so that is a little bit more typical of how these matches go. Pretty fast, pretty painless. When things go right, you can really win very quickly. So how many turns was that? 2, 3, 4. Oops. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns? That's pretty good. It's like 5 to 10 turn range of wins usually. And so far it's been basically undefeated. So, all right, now let's go on to Gozmaster's deck. All right, so here's my version of the deck that Gozmaster shared in the Discord. The only real changes that I made were I put in Rite of Flame instead of Invoke Calamity, and Rocco instead of Jetmir because I do not have Jetmir. But Rocco is pretty awesome in this deck too because it can fetch pretty much any of my other cards. As long as you have enough stored mana, you can put them right on the or into your hand full of mana a lot of the time. So, yeah. All right. Let's see how it goes. Talk my way through how I use this deck. So, Jaxus the Troublemaker is a good one to get out really quickly. And let's see if we could do it here. Yeah, okay. So with her, you want to keep Blitz. And I almost always do not now for that part of it. Riveteer's Charm. Got a full charm going. And Riveteer's Charm is a double-edged sword. It is a decent removal, but it can remove your own creature sometimes if you're not careful. So, because he's going to be exiled next turn, you want to take advantage of whatever mana you can get from him, from casting him now. But yeah, you see, get Envoy on the board and Jaxus if possible. I will lose Blitz on Zayatora. Oh, shoot. This might be annoying with Angel of Suffering. Have to get her off the board somehow. Oh, well, that works too. But, okay. All the archives. Yeah, let's. Galvanic iteration into Meeting of the Five is what you normally want to do in this case. So let's see what happens. I'll keep the Blitz. Archives. I'll go ahead and do that. All right. So now we got Meeting of the Five down. All right. It's going well. Let's get a Ram down so we can keep doing more damage pings, which I believe is probably what Gods was going for with putting Ram in here. So we got a fully charged Meeting of the Five, Alchemist Gambit. Don't need that, rob the archives. But let's see if we can fill up our entire Alchemist Gambit. Sweet. Rocco. Get an Envoy down. Lose Blitz. So what's really fun about this deck is how often you can ping your opponent for all sorts of damage. So we got that Galvanic iteration continuously bringing new creatures onto the battlefield for us. My favorite one to bring into the battlefield is Zayatora's Envoy. Get Rocco down. Get another Envoy. Don't need Jaxus. But yeah, all those outcasted cards in your hand go away pretty quickly. All right, let's see if we can do enough damage to make it so that we can bypass Angel of Suffering's damage prevention. Not now. Okay, well, at least we got a fully charged Alchemist Gambit. And then she goes away, so stall the win by 1 turn. Whoopee for you. Two extra swaps. One extra swap, doesn't matter. We will win this turn. So yeah. The funny thing about going up against Lolth is not only are you pinging her for damage, she's pinging herself too. So yeah, without a way to get rid of my creatures there, that Angel of Suffering is not going to do much for you in the long run. So yeah, let's do one more battle with Goz's deck. Well, this will be interesting. Goz's deck has no supports in it, so Karn's first ability probably won't do much. To us, at least. So, jacks us out first, and then Rem, I think, should be the right route to go in this battle. So, we take this match, get. Oh, that was sweet. Keep Blitz, get Rem down, Riveteer's Charm. With the Ram down, you get to deal 3 damage every time you cast a card instead of just 1. So that's really cool. Very clever. Okay, confirm. Get Envoy down. Lose Blitz. Keep it around. Let's see what we got here. Forget what this even does. My Propagator reinforces creature. Okay. Who cares? Rob the archives. Take advantage of the bug. So we do another archive and not lose our creature. Right, flame. Interesting. A lot of artifacts. Okay, Rocco. Let's go into Meeting of the Five. We don't need that. Probably don't need Jaxus either. Let's see. Do we have any good matches here? Not really. I don't even see how that's a good match. I'll just take this 4 swap, see if anything comes of it. Okay, we were able to get into our Meeting of the Five, which is great. Get Rocco, another Zayatora. Rocco down. Oh shoot. I outcasted my own Rocco. Let's see. Get another Envoy down or a Jaxus? I'll take Jaxus this time, actually. Replace. So I'm going to lose Rocco this turn anyway. I ran out of space in my hand, so Jaxus didn't really do much for me, I guess. So he ends up crystallizing his own supports, which is really stupid, but okay. What's he got going on? Okay, Valkmira. Okay, well, we can get rid of his prevent damage pretty easily there. Alchemist Gambit into Meeting of the Five if possible, but probably not likely. But at least we got Alchemist Gambit down, which means we will win. this turn. Well, there you go. So, very different in feel, but pretty much just as effective. I would say mine is probably a little bit more on the safe side, but Gauze's has a lot more little sparkles and fireworks happening. So, it's so fast that I tend to forget to use her abilities half the time, but I probably would have won even quicker if I had used it. But once this deck gets going, it's just so fun to have all the cards interact with each other. So, um, yeah, try this deck out. Even if you don't have Chandra Dress to Kill, it might work okay with Jaya Ballard. Um, I don't know. I don't think any of the other mono red planeswalkers have enough spell slots. Maybe one of the other Chandras, but yeah, try this out. See how you like it. Um, yeah, and thanks to Gauze for letting me test drive his deck there. Super fun. Hope you enjoyed both the decks, and yeah, let me know in the comments which one you like more. And don't worry about hurting my feelings if you like Gauze's more. I can totally see the appeal in that. But yeah, all right. If anybody wants to do a deck versus deck with me, let me know. Hit me up on any of the various discords I'm on, and yeah, see you next time.